Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication.
Hello my friends, this is the Mercy TV. Another COVID section with our guest Sonny.
Hello everybody and the Mercy Nation out there, and you know, everybody in the hospital, and we know there's a lot of people out there, and we're out trying to explain to how you can use cannabis in your daily diet and the different ways that cannabis can be used for the different conditions and the different ways.
It does work. You don't have to smoke it to get the benefits. I made up a healing oil out of olive oil. Whatever oil you have in the house you can use. You mix it with some cannabis. Hopefully you got the flower to mix it, but the leaf will work as well. And if it's just the stems, that'll work as well. But you put it in a container that has a lid. You add the olive oil, whatever oil you're using, and you stir it. You stir it several times a day. 28 days, all the molecules in that are confused into the oil. Don't get rid of the stems or whatever the mash is. You just have to add more olive oil to it. And that mash can last you a long time if you kept it in a cool, dark spot and covered. And stir it every once in a while.
Well, and with this pandemic going on, you know, even before that, we was trying to explain about the cannabis is good medicine, and that all the different strains, depending on the condition that you have, and a lot of people get different, the way your body metabolizes the medicine. You know, like we've had different patients call us and talk about the way their body metabolizes, you know, and how the strains, when you know, they use it, and how it does them, gives them good energy, does them more energy, breaks it down good more, you know, does it better.
And you have the relief of the pain, no more pain, because the cannabis went to your muscles or to your organs, and it helped you by counter-reversing the condition that you're in.
Well, and that's a lot of it is pain relief. A lot of people have had such severe pain and they don't want to do narcotics no more. And you know, when you can use something that is not a narcotic, wow, it's such a relief not have to do narcotics. And you can eat cookies or some kind of foods that you like, that you can use, that you use cannabis with, and it's good, and it's healthy, and you like it, and you can use over a time that it's really good for you, and it does so many things, you know. And it's back to the education and the strains, and you know, these are the things that we know that people are trying to get to. What does it do for you and the condition that you have? You know, what do you want to do? You know, all the different things that you have, it can be good for you and the condition that you have today. And like the patient that we was talking with, it gets over time, you'll have to change the strains that you do because, sometimes it does so good, and after a while you might have to change the strains that you have.
Because each strain has a different molecules in it that relieves the pain and counteracts the cancer or the skin disease that you have. So you don't have to smoke it, people. In the hospital, talk to your doctors about alternative medicines using cannabis. You hear after the commercial about pain relief or is that they have a list that they say really quickly of all the side effects that this may cause. But with cannabis, it doesn't have that side effects.
Well, and I can tell you, cannabis will help you with nausea so good, and usually most of it is smoking to like that, but some people can't smoke, and that's one thing, but eating it will take it over too, and it depends on what kind of, do you need it over a time, do you need it quick release, and that's the patient, we have, different patients have different times, and that's why depending on the patient and their condition, these are the things that you have to talk with the patient and the conditions that they have, and, how their body metabolizes the strains, and all of these things are what your body works with the medicine. Now, these are the things you want to find out with the medicine that will work with your body, and being that the medicine works so good and it's so good for you. Well, what kind of medicine is it? And where are you getting it from? And a lot of people been going to the stores at the,
But luckily CCTV is showing you my garden, and I show you how to grow a beautiful medical garden that's all organic, and the medicine has a good flavor and smell to it. I'm sorry that I smoke, but I use the healing oil as well. And the smoke is more immediate effects, but even with the healing oil, you see the effects shortly after. And if you only used it once, that's fine and dandy, but it's going to be still there. You're still using it.
Well, and we have talked about your team, and your team is like your doctors and your family and all the people that are over time you see that are every day that work with you, every day that are with you, and it takes, your medicine that, this is what it takes with you when you have conditions like, we have, some of us have these conditions, and some of us don't have, as serious conditions, and it don't take, and you don't look at it like that, but if you have using the medicine like that, and, we was talking before, Pete, about making sure that we keep our cards.
Yes.
How important it is
to renew them.
Well, because, it's important to keep these cards so we know that the medicine works. We want to keep the cards, and all the patients want to keep the cards. And these are the things that all of the patients want to make sure that the voting and the legislators and the senators know that us patients, hey, the medicine works. We talk to our doctors. We talk to our doctors about what kind of strains And all of these things that take effect on the conditions, you know, this is what works. And our team, you know, our senators, our legislators, our doctors, our families, you know, what a big team that is. You know, when you really start looking at it, there's a whole team of people, you know. I mean, there's even more people that you can look at, you know, and that's a big team of people. And, you know, it's a lot of people, you know.
So please keep your registration for your medical card up to date. Keep your voting registration too. And talk to your senators and your congressmen about the issues about cannabis and find out their opinions. And are they going to help the patients out with these last laws that been instituted against the patients? Who can afford $400 to get outside grow site just because I can't grow at my location because of I'm Section 8 or I'm on a bank loan or whatever the situation. But we need to change the law so the patients are more
In control.
Yes. And that means the alcohol department, it's not holding or the head thing of the cannabis. It should be the agricultural department. That's the simple truth.
Very important. You know, these are why all these letters and, you know, people want to send some things. Please send it to Perry and let him know what you think about our conditions and the strains, and all of that is very important. And you know, if we get this information to Perry, then he can send that out to, you know, we got all these areas and the way we can get it out. You know, that's why we do this, you know, because we are about patience. You know, we've been doing this for so long, and you know, we thank CCTV. You know, we've been doing this for so long with them, and you know, we're going on, gosh, almost 20 years now, and wow, look, it's taken all of the support, and what a team that we have with them, and all the people that work at CCTV, and you know, it's just such a big group of people that when you look at it, wow. You know, it's such a big group of people that it just takes to make all of this work. But it's working. I mean, look, before they used to put people in jail for this medicine that we, us patients, use daily, you know, and now we're using it daily, and now, you know, Pete, you know, how great, you know.
I want to give special thanks to Dan Kuzier, which is out of Eugene. This is the person that told me about CCTV, and we started this program to bring the education to you, the people in the hospital, the people in the jails, the people, the citizens of Salem and the world. Please vote. Read, do wise things, because we need your help.
Well, share with others about it. You know, it's all about the education. And, you know, because it used to be such a bad thing that the cannabis was bad for everyone. And now we're trying to share to let everybody know how good the medicine is. And, you know, look, they're selling it at Fred Meyer's, you know.
Wow.
And,
they sell a lot of things at different stores, but it's always better if you can grow it yourself in your own garden. Then you know what you did to make this plant beautiful and most effective, because you took the time.
I agree. But when you know that they used to put people in jail for this, and now we are able to do this freely, you know. Thank you, you know. It's so good for us because we got the law, and there's other states that have the law, and there's still more states trying to get the law, and there's still countries fighting for it around the world. And these are the things we're fighting for in freedom, you know. And we're so thankful every day, you know, because there's other people that have all these conditions and cancers that the medicine is fighting for. And, you know, how grateful we are for that.
Here,
you know?
here.
And, you know, because of all the different ways you use the medicine. And, you know, that's why it's important when you talk to your doctor about the way you're using the medicine, because he can tell with the way he's doing his blood tests and the way he's using the medicine and the way you're using the medicine. You know, it's all good.
Beneficial.
You know? It's good for you and healthy. And, you know, we've talked before about how your energy levels are and how it works for you, you know. And we've talked the different kinds of, you know, well, because people have said CBDs and RSOs and THCs and all of these different kinds of cannabis, you know, are all cannabis, you know, and it's all good for you and different strains. And these are the things that you find out are good for you and how it works for your body. And it's all, your body will work neurologically for you because you'll see your energy levels go up so good, you know. And these are what we want for us to be healthier. And we know that us people with conditions and pain levels, and we don't want to use narcotics. And, you know, wow. And we can use all this healthy plant that is so good for us, you know. And these are the good things, and give us good energy and give us good sleep. And, you know, these are the things that we find out that we can do and change our levels and make us feel better. And we can do so much good and eat in our diets. And wow. And a lot of people that are doing a lot of, well, they have good because they do different kinds of work. They can't use the medicine. So it's not good because they couldn't do their work. But before they did it, they used it and it was good for them, you know. And so we got to change the law for that, you know. That's, yes. Well, because they're federal laws. You know, these are the things we're trying to work on federal, you know. That's where our votes are still so important, you know, our federal votes, and talking to, you know, everybody that we can. We have so much going on with this pandemic, but we were doing this before the pandemic, and we're still doing it today, you know, and it's still important, you know. We got to make sure that the information is still getting out there, and people know that the medicine is still good, and it's still healthy, and it's good for us, you know, because people, they're saying they're still getting, you know, the disease, and they're still sick, and they're still not in good shape. Well, people that are using cannabis are in still good shape, and they're still doing good, you know.
And their pain is gone, and they can see the reactions on their skin and how you feel in your gut and in your mind as well. Please vote when it's that time of the year. Be knowledgeable of what the state and the city is asking, and the federal government. And don't be afraid to talk to your legislators about the benefits of cannabis. And don't be afraid.
Well, and that's what's important, is a lot of people feel that they will be, well, if I talk to somebody about cannabis, that you'll get judged, you know, because they'll lose their job. They'll lose where they live, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's true, you know. So we understand, especially during this time of the pandemic, you know. So these are things that are very important too. So as we sit up here and do this TV show, we understand, you know, we've been doing this a long time, you know, so we're trying, you know, that's why we're giving out this information, trying to get it, you know, we got information in every state in the United States, around the world, you know, 30, 40 countries, you know, that's really important, you know, that people know that they can use cannabis and use it in so many different ways. They can grow it in their house, outside, in different ways, and use it different ways because it's so healthy for you.
Yes.
You know? And this is what's important. You know, the medicine is good for you. You know? And we are gut.
I hate to interrupt you, Sonny, but our time is getting short. We wish you best wishes that can be. Cannabis is medicine. You don't have to smoke it. Thank you for Phil LeBeck. Thank you for Nurse Ed. Thank you for Dan Kujar, Shauna, Mike, and the other people. We're all one nation. We're all one people that use cannabis as a medicine. Please stay safe and be happy. And if you can, go fly a kite on a windy day and enjoy the breeze.
Well,
Peace and love.
we are so grateful for all of our blessings, and thank you, CCTV, and, you know, be safe. And peace to all. Amen.
Thank you, my friends. Be safe. Be considerate to your fellow friends and people here. Thank you, CCTV.
Yes, sir.
You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.